Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Ready? White 80. Check 55 to Mike. We own it.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check 41. Coming to you, coming to you.
First carry for James Conner. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Slam. One day. Show that bench release and go. Take both of them.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. 50 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A heck of a move. Man. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
I'm going
to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On first down, it's Watson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Houston.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Heat these two.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense, but if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. This is Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 41, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sack there by Jadeveon Clowney. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Get there.
Watson now going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 47-yard line.
On second down now, it's Miller. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, watch the slant.
Watson on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
First down, Houston.
Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He'll bite. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. They come out here in the eye.
Tight down. There you go.
A second down carry for Ferguson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I got you. Man, I got you.
Quarter.
From the 29, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. A very solid gain of 27. Two important parts to that play. One, you get a first down, obviously, Charles. Two, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field, so they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 19-yard line.
Black 20.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On second and 1, Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pick.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Get his down, he's coming. Back. Do, hey, alert. Hey, 59.
So that'll back him up 5. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
26, look, 26, look. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. And it's up.
Watson now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with 4 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.